Here's a practice sheet for you to compare fractions. Now, how do you compare fractions? As we did in the last video, you can compare fractions by first making their denominators same. That is, find lowest common multiple and then equivalent fractions with the common multiple as the denominator. Once the fractions have same denominator, compare numerators, right? So that you know which one is greater. Now the question is, compare the given fractions, write greater than for greater than, and this sign for less than, and this sign for equal to. Now, you should copy these, pause the video, write down your answer, and then look into my suggestion. So the first one is 2 over 3 and 3 over 4. You need to figure out which one is greater, which is smaller, are they equal or not. And this is what you have to do with the rest of the 3 also. The second one is 1 over 2 and 3 over 4. Third is 3 over 5 and 7 over 10. And the last is 2 over 3 and 3 over 5. Now, first step is to figure out what is the common denominator. Now, in this case, 3 and 4, the common denominator is 12, right? So, you have to make both of them as 12, multiply by something so that it becomes 12. Now, in this case, you could multiply this part of the fraction by 4 and that part of the fraction by 3. In that case, you get 12 in denominator, correct? That's how you can do it. Now, in this case, the common multiple is 4. 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 is there with the other part. So you just need to multiply the first one by 2 to get common denominator of 4. Here, you guessed it, the common denominator should be 5 times 2, 10. So 5 times 2, right? So you need to do 3 times 2 also to get equivalent fraction. Here again, we have prime numbers, 3 and 5. So in this case, we cross multiply. 3 times 5 is 15, 5 times 2, 10, 3 times 3, 9. That's how we get this part, correct? Now, I hope you got it. So let's do it one by one, right? So in the first case, we decided that we need to multiply the first part by 4. So both numerator and denominator should be multiplied by 4. And the second part should be multiplied by 3, right? Right, 3. And then we get equivalent fractions. 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12. In this case, 3 times 3 is 9, 4 times 3 is 12. And now you compare numerators. 9 is greater than 8, or you can say 8 is less than 9. So we get a symbol here. 8 is less than 9, therefore 8 over 12 is less than 9 over 12, right? Now the second case, we need to multiply this by 2, right? Let me multiply this by 2. What do I get? 2 over 4. And this one is 3 over 4. Which one is greater? Of course, 3 over 4 is greater, so we'll write this symbol. 2 over 4 is less than 3 over 4, right? Or it could be read as 3 over 4 is greater than 2 over 4. Next one for us is 3 over 5 and 7 over 10. So you could multiply this by 2 to get same denominator, common denominator of 10, right? Here we already have 10. Numerator is 7, 2 times 3 is 6, and now we can compare and we know what the result is. 7 over 10 is greater than 6 over 10, or you can say 6 over 10 is less than 7 over 10. The last one here is, you know what to do? Cross multiply. If you cross multiply, that means we'll multiply this fraction by 5. 5 times 2 is 10, 5 times 3, 15. And the other fraction by 3. 3 times 3, 9, 3 times 5 as 15. And you get common denominator. As you can see, 10 is greater than 9, so we put our symbol greater than right there. So what we did here was, we multiplied both these by 5, right? And on this side, we multiplied both these by 3 and got the result, right? So both numerator and denominator. So that is how we can get which one is greater, which one is lesser by comparing. And in all these cases, we made common denominator and then compared. Now, here is an easy way. Now, easy way is kind of like this. What we will do now is see how to do it quickly. Now, don't bother about common denominator. You have already learned if you multiply them together, you get common denominator. Do you see that? 5 times 10 is 50. 10 times 5 is also 50. 2 times 4 is 8. 4 times 2 is also 8. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 3 is also 12. We applied this trick here. 3 times 5 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. So basically what we did was we multiplied, cross multiply. That is called cross multiply. We multiplied 2 by 5 and 3 by 3. If I do 3 by 3, if you multiply, you get 9. And 5 times 2 is 10. Now, which one is greater? This one. So that decides. We can straight away write down our answer. Let's do the same thing here. So you do it now and then check answers. You can pause the video, do your math, and then check answers. So that is what you have to do. Cross multiply. Once you cross multiply, you'll get your numbers. So 3 times 3 in this case is 9. I'm doing that cross first. 2 times 3 is 6. 5 times 7, 35. I'm trying to give you some time so that you can get your result and compare with mine. 4 times 2 is 8. 4 times 1 is 4. 10 times 3 is 30. Now it's time to compare. Which is greater, 8 or 9? 9 is greater. So we get this sign. Do you see that? It is same. 4 and 6. Do you see? Same sign. 35 is greater than 30. Do you get it? 10 is greater. Do you get it? So, if we do cross multiply, we don't have to bother about common denominator. So that is the easy way. So what you learned in this video is the power of cross multiplication. Remember that. So next time when you do fractions, you have a lot of options. You can do common denominators, or you could also do cross multiplication. Cross multiplication is extremely powerful. If the denominators are not same, just cross multiply and get your answer. I will recommend that for you to do. I hope you enjoyed it and you loved this solution. Thank you.